Alright guys, so this is the review for How to Get Away with Murder, Season 2, Episode 13. Something bad happened. So, I must say, look, someone needs to go and get Wes before he goes and just spills the beans. He is one word away from giving away the fact that he killed someone and that Annalise is involved with everything. Wes just needs, we understand he needs a psychiatrist, but he needs to find someone else because that doctor, you know, she's playing to, oh, this poor troubled soul, this poor troubled soul. And you have Wes throughout the whole episode, he's basically just spilling his guts about how what happened the day of his mom's murder. Well, he's saying a murder instead of suicide. The doctor's trying to say, look, you know, you've went through a traumatizing experience and as a result, that's why you're remembering things that didn't happen. But it did happen. Wes was hovering over his mom with a knife. It's not because of what some of us thought, myself included, only because I was being cynical. But it was actually because of the fact that, well, I'm getting too far ahead of it. But long story short, this whole episode, Wes is on this borderline redemption tip, and it's really irritating. It's irritating only because Wes has done so much bad that he feels guilty, which is good, but I'm really not liking his character right now. Anyway, so you have poor Laurel, who's having to fight between Frank going and spilling the beans about what he actually did to that girl, the cheerleader girl. You know, the one that Sam had him kill, even though Laurel is thinking that it was Annalise who did it. No, it was Sam who did it. So, I'm not really sure what Sam had over Frank for Frank to go and keep the secret. I'm really lost and confused about that. But, so let me know what you think is going on there. Aside from that, you have Laurel going up against Annalise, and Annalise is just like, look, fix it. You know, Wes is your boyfriend now, so you can handle this. You can handle this. Be the Bonnie. If you want to be Bonnie, be the Bonnie and handle it. And Laurel's just like, first Laurel's like, look, okay, I'll figure it out. And Laurel keeps trying to contact Wes. She finally contacts Wes, but what happens is, Wes doesn't want to hear from her. And she realizes that. So she goes back to Annalise and says, you know what? This is your fault. All of this is your fault. You need to go and handle this because he'll talk to you. He'll talk to you. He's not going to talk to me. You know, that whole kisses, that didn't do much. That didn't do much. So I'm going to need you to go and talk to him because either he's going to hurt himself, he's going to hurt someone else, he's going to blab. We can't let any of that happen. And Philip is on the loose, so that's why they all wanted Wes to come and join them. So, we have, of course, the flashbacks going back and forth, and so, Annalise is trying to get Wes' mom to testify. How? We're trying to figure that out, because she doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to do it, and I'm like, okay, there's something more going on to this situation. And there is. So, Annalise enlisted her old lesbian friend, look, I forgot her name, but you know who she is. She used to play Jean Grey in the X-Men series. Yeah, her. So, Annalise actually brought her back in order to go and call INS. Or call ICE, or whatever. Or INS on Wes's mom because Wes's mom is there illegally. She's undocumented. Wes was born in the United States, so he's legal. But she's not, so she's, of course, like everyone else who's illegal, terrified of the INS. And so, as a result, she goes with them, and the lawyer's like, look, I'm going to broker you a deal. You go and testify, and I'll protect you. I'll protect you. And Wes's mom isn't dumb. She realizes this is Annalise. This sounds like something Annalise would do. Again, flipping from that, we have Laurel. You know, Frank is just trying to plead with her about the fact that I did what I did, but you have to trust me on this. I appreciate and like you. Oh, actually, he eventually says love. She rejects that because she can't deal with it right now. She can't deal with him all the extraness that's going on. It's just a little bit too much for her. But she's able to fake the funk for the other Keaton 5, well, minus Wes, because she has to. Laurel's essentially the strong person in the group. She really is. Because she's used to, I guess, being a part of some shadiness because of her family background. Now, they're freaking out because not only has Philip filmed Annalise, he's also filmed, what was it? Michaela consoling Caleb. Michaela and Caleb. Actually has a nice ring to it. Shout out to them. But, so Michaela's like, I was just, smoothing him over, doing what I was supposed to do. And Annalise is just over it because she's like, you know what? We're going to do something different for a change. We're going to tell the truth. We're going to give them the evidence. It was like, give me the laptop. Give me the laptop. So she does just that. She gives the laptop to the DA. And the DA is, because Annalise wants to broker a deal. Unfortunately, Annalise gets double-crossed. But this is Annalise we're talking about. So she has connections everywhere. So Annalise ends up going and enlisting the help of Nate. So now Nate knows about what Philip recently did. And because Nate called her up and was like, yo, what have you been doing? Because the DA just got a warrant to search your house. What the hell are you doing? Oh yeah, by the way, Michaela is still trying to smooth over Caleb. And they're supposed to be having dinner at some point. But aside from that, while Annalise was on the phone with Bonnie, that's when she found out about Nate. And Nate telling her about, alright, you're being played. You're being played. Do something about it. You're being played. Handle it, Annalise. So Annalise goes right into gear, as she normally does. And, it's the double talk where you're saying one thing, but it's in code or message. So it means something completely different. So you have Annalise go and say, shred the papers, destroy all the documents in the house. Of course, Bonnie's not dumb. She's like, okay, Annalise is saying to freak out and shred all the papers. No, that doesn't sound like right. Doesn't sound right. So we're going to do nothing? Yes, do nothing. So what they go and do is they find out who the lawyer is, who has to sign off on the warrant. And so they call the department saying, oh, this is so-and-so. And by the way, we approve it. We approve it. So the cops come in thinking that they have a signed warrant that they know they don't have yet, but they're thinking it's already signed, so they're good. Well, not so much. Once they go and call back to confirm is the warrant signed, no, it's not. And so the DA gets a call from the judge. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you abusing your authority? What's wrong with you? He's like, yo, I apologize. I'm sorry. And so he realizes the power of Annalise. Shout out to Annalise. Shout out to the Keating 5 minus West, because that was a good move on their part. I'm just going to call her Jean Grey. So Jean Grey over there is over it because she hasn't seen Annalise in like 3 years. And when she finally sees her, Annalise is pregnant. And so she's like, look, she still loves you, but Annalise was trying to fake the funk and say how, you know what? I'm not a lesbian. That was a phase. No, actually, no, that was more than a phase. I needed you because you were there for me. I needed love, and that's what I got from you. And I gave it back in return. But now I'm pretty much good on that front. And I'm going to have this baby, and I'm actually going to be happy with the husband. So, sorry, girl, but I'm still going to use you from time to time, because that's just how I do. Annalise. So, and Jean Grey essentially accepts it. She accepts it for what it is, because she was like, you know what? She's gay. That's what she is. She's not playing house, doing all this and that. And she was like, all the girlfriends she's had have also been very clear and open and honest with their feelings. And I honestly do feel like Annalise is just more so about, I do think she really more so likes guys, but if a female was giving her a lot of attention and could be a strong shoulder to cry on and relate to, she could get into that. But anyway, I literally digressed. Annalise gets a call from the scumbag's father that she's representing, and the scumbag's just like, you know what? I need you to go and I need you to handle this, then I'm going to have to handle this. And you know, I'm a parent and you're a parent to be, so you should understand exactly what I mean and exactly where I'm coming from. Do you get me? Do you feel me? Are you here with me? Are you here with me? Are you here with me? Are you? So Wes is, we have the flashbacks again where Wes's mom is over it and she's going to go and do it. She's going to go and do it because she knows that Wes could be in danger, his life could be in jeopardy. Well, no, not at that point, but as far as her being deported and all of that, but her son could stay here, and so she's not going to take that chance. Anyway, we flash forward, and Wes goes to Annalise's house, and he snoops around like he normally does. And the editing is so crazy because for a moment, I almost believe that Annalise was like up in the bed waiting for Nate, and then Wes pops in. But no, she's at Nate's house, and Nate's just like, you know, it's just really nice to have a warm body. I'm like, yeah, considering all the cold ones you've been dealing with lately. Ooh, too soon, too soon. So again, Wes is snooping, and he finds a police report, Cleveland police report, and he's getting closer, not close enough yet. Not close enough yet, so there is that. Jean Grey delivers the great news to Annalise that Wes's mom is going to testify this time. Wes actually goes back to the doctor, or maybe he never left, and he's still venting. And he was just like, you know what? If you knew all the things that I actually did, then you would understand that I could be capable of murder. Because at this point, he's thinking, because he saw the paperwork that Laurel hid from him, that he could possibly be a killer. I'm really tired of Wes. But Wes is so, oh my gosh. He literally says, if you knew the things that I did, you would understand that I could be a killer. Who says that? Who says that? That's like Sloan from Hit the Floor saying, you know, if you knew the issues I had with Olivia, yeah, I could have killed that bee. I just hate her that much. So you see Wes's mom's freaking out, and she's trying to take him out of town because she really doesn't want to testify. She doesn't want to lose her son. Wes is over it because clearly they've been bouncing from place to place for a while, and so he just wants some stability. So he leaves the house. He leaves the house, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, his mom ran after him, but how the hell did she end up in their apartment by herself while her son is still somewhere to be found? That's what I was like, what is going on here? So Wes did find his mom already stabbed. And so we do know that Wes definitely didn't stab his mom. Wes is cuckoo, but he's not a monster. He's not a monster. So again, Frank is still trying to plead with Laurel, and Laurel's over it. Laurel's like, look, I'm done with you. And Bonnie is eavesdropping like hell. At first I thought it was Philip, but Bonnie was eavesdropping. And it's like, alright, so we're both in the same boat. We both are, because she broke it off with Asher. So again, Wes, I think, is trying to get rid of all the stuff that... get rid of all the stuff from the case and just move on. But then he sees Eve. That's her name, Eve. That's Annalise's ex-girlfriend. He sees Eve's name and realizes, wait a minute, that's Annalise's Eve. And so Annalise goes, and she gets a call again from the lawyers. So she goes and meets the father, meets up with him, and the father essentially threatens Wes. He's like, look, I'm going to protect my son, but I don't have a problem going after hers in order to protect mine. So that freaks Annalise out. So Annalise rushes to her apartment, and it's just like, look, I was trying to leave. Yes, I was trying to leave. How do you know I was trying to leave? I was like, look, don't worry about it. He knows it, but you're in danger. Your son's in danger. I can protect you. If you want to go, you can go, but that won't help. You need to go and testify. That way I can have your back. And Annalise is just like, look. And Wes's mom is just like, look, I can't trust you. I can't trust you. They already got my son. They're already murderers. You don't know what they're capable of. And she's like, they already killed my son. So, wait a minute. She said they already killed my son? Did Wes have a brother? Or am I missing something? But anyway, Wes's mom kills herself. That's what actually happens. And Annalise, you know, she's a lawyer, so she's not going to go and contaminate the scene. But she does call and try and get the paramedics over there. But what actually happens is, as she runs out, Wes is walking in. Well, Annalise is trying to hobble out because, you know, she's pregnant and all. And Wes pops in, sees his mom. Annalise feels bad, but she walks right past. And so Wes removes the knife out of his mom's neck. And, oh, Lord Jesus. And so that's what happened there. Annalise goes to Wes's apartment, and she slips a note under his door. So he takes the note, I believe. And so she's like, okay, who's there? I'm like, Wes isn't there. Girl, run. What the hell's wrong with you? You know Wes isn't there. Wes doesn't play those type of games. He does not play those type of games. You know that's not Wes. Think, Annalise. Think. So Annalise calls, realizes, oh crap. Oh crap, Eve. If Wes is meeting you, then, or at your place, then what the hell? Call the cops. Call the cops. And of course, Philip trips her and pops up from the bed, or from under the couch, or whatever, because he's small. And he tries to fight her. So, that was it. Again, I apologize for this review for being so late. And, one more episode left before the finale. I'm not ready. I love the show.